1.45.
Hannah met Jamie in the summer of 2010. It was Hannah's 21st birthday, and she and her friends went to a club. They wanted to dance, but they didn't like the music, so Hannah went to speak to the DJ.
"This music is awful,"
she said.
"Could you play something else?"
The DJ looked at her and said,
"Don't worry, I have a perfect song for you."
2 minutes later, he said,
"The next song is by Scouting for Girls. It's called Blue as Your Eyes, and it's for a beautiful girl who's dancing over there."
Hannah knew that the song was for her. When Hannah and her friends left the club, the DJ was waiting for her at the door.
"Hi, I'm Jamie,"
he said to Hannah.
"Can I see you again?"
So Hannah gave him her phone number. The next day, Jamie called Hannah and invited her to dinner. He took her to a very romantic restaurant, and they talked all evening. Although the food wasn't very good, they had a wonderful time. After that, Jamie and Hannah saw each other every day. Every evening, when Hannah finished work, they met at 5:30 in a coffee shop on Bridge Street. They were madly in love. One evening in October, Hannah was at work. As usual, she was going to meet Jamie at 5:30. It was dark and it was raining. She looked at her watch. It was 5:20. She was going to be late. She ran to her car and got in. At 5:25, she was driving along Bridge Street. She was going very fast because she was in a hurry. Suddenly, a man ran across the street. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake.
(1.46)
On our first date, we went to the movies. After that, we started meeting every day.
On Thursday, I had an argument with my boss. The next day, I decided to look for a new job.
We sat down to eat. 2 minutes later, the phone rang.
When I came out of the club, he was waiting for me.
The accident happened when I was crossing the street.
1.47.
She was driving fast because she was in a hurry.
She was in a hurry, so she was driving fast.
1.48.
She tried to stop the car, but she hit the man.
Although she tried to stop the car, she hit the man.
She was very tired, but she couldn't sleep.
She couldn't sleep although she was very tired.
1.49.
Across.
After.
Again.
Along.
Although.
Awful.
Because.
Birthday.
Evening.
Invite.
Perfect.
Second.
1.50.
Happy ending. Suddenly, a man ran across the street. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake. She stopped just in time. She got out of her car and shouted at the man.
"Don't you usually look before you cross the street? I almost hit you. I didn't see you until the last minute."
"Sorry." "Hey, Hannah, it's me. It's Jamie."
"Jamie, what are you doing here? I almost killed you."
"I was buying something. I was in a hurry and I crossed the street without looking."
"Come on, get in."
Hannah and Jamie drove to the coffee shop. They sat down in their usual seats and ordered 2 cups of coffee.
Here you are. 2 cappuccinos.
Thanks. What an evening. I almost killed you.
Well, you didn't kill me. So what's the problem?
But what were you doing on Bridge Street? I thought you were here, in the cafe, waiting for me.
I went to the theater to buy these tickets for the Scouting for Girls concert. I know you wanted to go, and it's on October 15th, next Saturday, our anniversary.
Our anniversary?
Yes, 3 months since we first met. We met on Saturday, July 15th. Remember?
Gosh, Jamie, I can't believe you remember the exact day. What a romantic. It's lucky I didn't hit you on the street.
(1.51)
Sad ending. Suddenly, a man ran across the street. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake. Although Hannah tried to stop, she couldn't. She hit the man. Hannah panicked. She drove away as fast as she could. When she arrived at the coffee shop, Jamie wasn't there. She called him, but his cell phone was turned off. She waited for 10 minutes and then she went home. 2 hours later, a car arrived at Hannah's house. A police officer knocked at the door.
Good evening, ma'am. Are you Hannah Davis?
Yes, I am.
I'd like to speak to you. Can I come in?
The police officer came in and sat down on the sofa.
Are you a friend of Jamie Dixon?
Yes.
Said Hannah.
Well, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
What? What's happened?
Jamie had an accident this evening.
Oh no. What kind of accident?
He was crossing the street and a car hit him.
When did this happen? And where?
This evening at 5:25. He was crossing Bridge Street by the theater.
Oh no. How is he?
He's in the hospital. He has a bad injury to his head and 2 broken legs.
But is he going to be okay?
We don't know. He's in intensive care.
Oh no. And the driver of the car?
She didn't stop.
She?
Yes, it was a woman in a white car. Somebody saw the car's license plates. You have a white car outside, don't you, ma'am? Is your number plate XYZ348S?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Can you tell me where you were at 5:25 this evening? (1.53) Justin.
Who do you look like in your family?
I looked more like my mother when I was younger. Now I look like my father.
Joanna.
Do you have a favorite painting? Can you describe it?
Yes, it's a life-size painting of a horse that's standing on its back legs. It's by a painter called Whistler.
Jenna.
Where did you go for your last vacation?
Las Vegas.
Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. It was short, but it was good.
David.
Do you take a lot of photos?
I don't, but my wife does.
What does she take photos of?
Mostly buildings and some of me. She doesn't like to be in photos herself, so I have to do all the modelling.
Yoni.
Do you prefer movies with a happy or sad ending?
I think I prefer films with a sad ending.
Why?
Because it's more like real life.